And here we go. It's going to be Pokemon Stadium 2 as the first stage. Very common to start on. And yeah, last time we saw these two players, maybe like half an hour ago, Lancelot did end up getting a very nice clean 3-0 with just overall cleaner play. Better ledge traps, better spacing in neutral. Eedwarddi doing pretty well for himself to start off here, but it is just the first stock. So with some good pressure here, and what he does manage to push him out with a down tilt. Eedwarddi goes for the counter there, had the right idea, but not the spacing. The spacing on that counter against Chrom's up B coming down needs to be correctly spaced in order to get it. Interesting idea from Lancelot, going for a Nair 1. Hoping for some combos. Almost gets it, not quite. And yeah, it wasn't even situation there perceivingly, but Lancelot did have the better positioning. And interesting down smash coming in from Eedwarddi. Wouldn't expect that to hit, but it did. And back into an even situation. Once again, he goes for the counter, but just out of reach. Lucina's counter does not have that much range as opposed to a counter like Joker's. Have to get the spacing right. You have to sit right on that edge in order to get the correct spacing for Chrom. And oh, Eedwarddi, he recognized that Lancelot wanted to go back onto the ledge there, and he actually goes for a counter there. This time with good spacing. Actually managed to get a really nice lead here. Just a bit under a stock lead here for Eedwarddi. Good stuff. Of course, we are now in a ledge trap situation, Lancelot with the advantage, but oh, Eedwarddi managed to get back center with a neutral. And that's actually going to be potentially an edge guard here. And yeah, that's actually going to be it. Eedwarddi with a 2-stock over Lancelot. Not necessarily what many people would have expected, but Eedwarddi getting a nice read earlier with that counter, and now a nice edge guard. It is Chrom's weakness, and Eedwarddi did manage to capitalize on that. So yeah, first game to Eedwarddi. Good stuff. We're going to be going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Lancelot not needing a counter pick here, and oh, he is going to go for straight up. Nice combo off of the neutral exchange, and yep, reads Eedwarddi's roll timing there. Managed to get some extra percent in. Lancelot was hoping to get some spacing above Eedwarddi's neutral air there, but just barely gets his feet up caught out, and ooh, that's going to be the Jer. Going to be taking the first stop for Lancelot. Very fast-paced gameplay coming from Lancelot. Much less so from the last game. He seems to be mixing up his game plan here. Lancelot with a really good reversal coming in from the recovery there. Managed to get closer to the center stage than Eedwarddi. And this is a pretty bad spot for Eedwarddi. Lancelot actually just scaring Eedwarddi into the corner there. Eedwarddi does manage to get out and turn it into a ledge trap situation, but once again, Lancelot doing really well for himself here in the second game. Spacing that up B really nicely. Eedwarddi's counter doesn't even go off. Now we have a juggle situation once again. The ledge trap for Lancelot. Ooh, Eedwarddi managed to get that cross up with the Dancing Blade, but ooh, that's going to be an F-smash punish. Eedwarddi hoping to get an out of shield up B there, but doesn't end up hitting, and that is a big punish if that up B doesn't hit. But you don't really see that too often, unless it's absolutely guaranteed. Eedwarddi with a really good recovery there. Lancelot had a couple of close calls there on Eedwarddi, and Eedwarddi actually really well managed to reverse that situation, getting a back air. Avoiding Lancelot's ledge trapping. As Eedwarddi was still at a high percent, he Lancelot does end up taking the stock there in the end. But definitely some admirable play coming in from Eedwarddi there. Still Lancelot in the second game with a stock lead. Mixing up Eedwarddi quite a bit, playing a lot faster than in that first game. Eedwarddi is having a bit of trouble catching up. Interesting idea from Eedwarddi there, almost actually gets it. Lancelot was a bit surprised when he first saw it, but he recognized the situation and gets the kill. We're going back to Pokemon Stadium once again. Both of these characters are fairly similar in how they like their stages. Chrom might like the larger stages more than Lucina, as he is a faster character, but other than that, pretty much the same in terms of stage preference. So once again, playing really quick here. Eedwarddi trying to space and retreat a bit to the ledge, but Lancelot using center very well here to his advantage. Doesn't get the spacing just right on the jab there. Eedwarddi recognizing that and going for a drop down fair. Yeah, overall Lancelot is the one controlling the pace of this game. Even in these neutral situations, Eedwarddi is really having a lot more trouble than Lancelot getting to center. And since Chrom is a really fast character, good at controlling space, more so than Lucina even, it's pretty tough for Eedwarddi once he is in that situation when he has less space. And oh, that is a very easily predictable up B from Lancelot. Rather reactable up B from Lancelot, and Eedwarddi is going to go for the counter. Gets the spacing correctly this time. Right on the edge there. And Eedwarddi with a stock lead, actually. Lancelot did get the lead at the start of this game, but that counter, it's very powerful. Eedwarddi with some good stuff here. And Lancelot gets that very, very tight spacing there with that up B, where the counter just cannot hit. Of course, you still want to always go for the counter, as the spacing for that up B that Lancelot just went there is really tough to hit. So can't blame Eedwarddi to go for that. He went for the down smash. It was the right idea, but just a little bit too late. Yeah, a juggle situation from Eedwarddi. If you get that up air with a near to the ground and another one, I believe that is a true combo. So you can get a nice up air off the top there. Really nice for Eedwarddi. And Eedwarddi actually with a stock lead. Very reminiscent of the first game. And Lancelot, when he is in these ledge trap situations, even though Eedwarddi has a stock lead, it might not necessarily feel that way, since Lancelot is so dominant in this edge situation. Doing really well for himself, actually going for an F smash with the right idea, just a little bit short on the spacing there. And once again, edge situation, really nice drop down forward air from Eedwarddi, and gets the edge guard. As mentioned earlier, if you do get that, if you do get off stage before Chrom gets his up B off, you can edge guard him pretty easily. Not that much he can do, especially at lower angles like that one. Eedwarddi recognizing that, and actually 2-1 in this set. Maybe a bracket reset could even happen. And once again, we're on PS2. You might be surprising to many newer viewers that this is not, in fact, the only stage in the list. It's just that both of these players just like the stage. It's a nice stage. I like it too. It's just I like talking about stages, and I've already talked about this one. Eedwarddi doing once again really well for himself. Getting a lot of these neutral exchanges. Yep, that counter, he gets the spacing right again, and yep, if you get off stage while Chrom is far away at a low angle like that, you're gonna get the edge guard. Good stuff from Eedwarddi, actually looking to close out and get a reset. Very surprising. Yeah, Lancelot, he has been having some trouble closing off those kills. Eedwarddi's been really careful of that Chrom jab. Doesn't get hit by it this time. He does get hit by it this time, and Lancelot does get back to even stocks. If Eedwarddi was a little closer there, that would have been very unfortunate for him. Yeah, that counter, if you are that close with that close spacing there, you are going to get it every time. Eedwarddi recognizing that this time. He had some flubs there earlier in the set, but... Yep, that Lancelot, he's very, very comfortable going for those high up Bs, even though Eedwarddi has actually been hitting those counters. He has been sort of trying to mix up some of the spacing and the timing on that, but it's not necessarily difficult to react to. But even if you have mix-ups on your timing, Lancelot, he did predict that air dodge, but didn't manage to capitalize on that. Yeah, ledge trap situation, if you manage to not have any hitboxes out while your opponent goes for the roll, it's pretty simple to react to, and Lancelot does manage to get the forward tilt. And back to even stocks. Eedwarddi did have a stock lead this game, but it's almost evaporated now. Have a ledge trap situation here. Eedwarddi managed to get the spacing off, and yeah, that's going to be the counter. Eedwarddi actually going to take the first set, bringing us to a grand finals reset. Very impressive showing coming in from Eedwarddi here. This is not something you see too commonly. Eedwarddi taking a set off of Lancelot.
Stop battle. Chrom, Lucina.
And once again on PS2, it's going to be the 6th game on PS2 now in the set. It is it is a nice stage, and these characters are fairly similar, as mentioned before. It was an interesting attempt going for a down air there. Actually managed to get some DI there on that neutral air of Chrom. The first hit does not guarantee the second hit every time if you get some DI and the spacing is not quite on point. Very nice back air from Lancelot, catching out Eedwarddi's retreat onto the platform there. Reading his movement. Really nicely done there from Lancelot. But even though he dropped that combo there, he still keeps his advantage. It is one thing that Lancelot is really good at. He likes to keep his spacing good. Even if he drops a combo, he'll recognize that, and he won't drop his advantage just because he dropped a combo. And Lancelot playing really good here. A bit of a read on Eedwarddi on this second set now. Yeah, 3 stocks to 1. Really good for Lancelot. This time Lancelot does manage to get the nice spacing. Eedwarddi a little far away with that counter. Now Eedwarddi goes out with that counter. Spacing is super important here. And a very nice read on the tech in there from Lancelot. Doesn't actually manage to get the kill. You would have thought that did it, but didn't actually end up doing it. And yeah, if the first time doesn't work, it's gonna work the second time. That's what they say, right? Well, I guess it was the third time the charm, but Lancelot did have that near one into forward smash. Yeah, Lancelot is going to be taking the first game there pretty dominantly. Let's see how Eedwarddi adjusts. Lancelot manages to catch Eedwarddi, sort of trying to get onto the center stage a lot of the time. There was that read on the platform, and there's some other stuff. As well. And right again, even though Eedwarddi only has 6% here, one straight hit from Lancelot, as Lancelot didn't manage to force Eedwarddi into the corner there, just through spacing alone. That's big for Lancelot, as a lot of his game plan is just to force your opponent onto the ledge, and then he'll just ledge trap you. He's very good at that. Eedwarddi has been pretty decent throughout these 2 sets now, getting out of those ledge traps, but still a very effective game plan from Lancelot. No, Lancelot actually gets edge guarded by Eedwarddi here. Eedwarddi managed to get hit. I believe that was out of Lancelot's up B, so once again, Chrom, very easy character to edge guard if you manage to get the timing right. He managed to get back to center, but Eedwarddi likes retreating to that ledge area quite a lot, especially against Lancelot, as Lancelot is really good at just controlling the space and scaring you to the ledge. There, he was all he really wanted to do is just go to center. He, I believe that back here was mainly for spacing, but since Eedwarddi was just in that position, Lancelot managed to actually get that back here to hit. Take Eedwarddi's stock. Eedwarddi almost gets the timing. Lancelot mixing up his up B timing there just enough for Eedwarddi not being able to react. Lancelot, once again, he just rolls to the center stage. Eedwarddi could have potentially reacted to that with a back air, but he just wasn't ready, and now Lancelot is going to be in a pretty good situation here. Doesn't get the right spacing on those jabs, so it's not going to hit below the stage. It's a very difficult spacing to hit. Lancelot probably hoping that he had that spacing there, but not necessarily. Eedwarddi goes for the up B, and Lancelot doesn't actually get the punish off. It's pretty critical. Dangerous situation for Eedwarddi. He did re-grab the ledge, but Lancelot didn't really have the right spacing to contest that. Yeah, that Dancing Blade is going to do it. Catching out the spot dodge. That's Dancing Blade has a lot of active frames and decent end lag. It's not that good of a move usually, but if you're trying to catch out spot dodges and rolls, it is a very powerful move. Anyway, does manage to get there, but Lancelot takes back the stock, so now we're back to even. Yeah, there's that spacing. Even if you're very close to the ledge, if Chrom has correctly spaced that up B, you can actually avoid getting countered by Lucina. And for other characters like Chrom, it's for like Joker, sorry, it's larger hitboxes on the counter. It's difficult to get off the spacing. Yeah, there, Lancelot, he did actually get the right spacing on that ledge jab there this time, but didn't manage to get off the follow-up, and Eedwarddi has pretty much one last chance here. The next good hit from Lancelot is going to be taking stock. But he does manage to get back to the center, but Lancelot really spacing nicely. Eedwarddi finally recognizing that and going for a nice forward tilt. Doesn't manage to get that much out of it. Really good stuff from Lancelot. Controlling space here. Eedwarddi actually managed to get back to center, and now we have a reverse situation here. Eedwarddi is on that ledge spot, and back to neutral. Really tight game. So going for the up throw, not gonna kill just yet, and catching out the jump. That's gonna do it. Really tight game for these two, going beyond 6 minutes. Lots of back and forth ledge trap situations. Either player really managing to get the kill off there. That's a 5 minutes, 7 seconds. That's 6, my bad there. Forgot we're using a 7-minute timer now.
Stop battle. Lucina.
And here we are.
1, go!
Back on PS2. And we're getting a nice Dancing Blade there. If you do get that in neutral, you can actually get a lot of damage off. It does do a lot of damage. That is one of the other upsides of that move. Of course, if you get another, let's say a forwarder, you will get some damage off just from a combo. Really nice landing up air there from Lancelot. Gets a lot of damage in the ledge trap situation. Lancelot delayed his landing there with his own Dancing Blade. That is actually, I believe, the first time we see the Nair 1 into F Smash from Eedwarddi this set. It's a really good combo. You hit that first hit in Nair, you can actually combo to a forward smash, which in the case of Lucina comes out really quickly and it's very powerful. Yeah, that Jair, it's a very strong move from Chrom. Go with a lot of stuff, and Eedwarddi with a nice shield breaker off the ledge. He has been going for a lot of those. I believe that's the first time it actually hit. So good stuff from Eedwarddi here. A nice lead, just under a stock. So it does manage to close out that stock there with a trade on that forwarder, but Eedwarddi in really good position here. Did that. Nice percent lead. Now edge guard situation. Very, very nice spacing there from Lancelot on that up B. That is a very difficult spacing to get. Eedwarddi really has been on point with his tech chases these two sets. Got a lot of those down smashes, just got a platform tech chase as well. Good stuff from Eedwarddi. Lucina, while a good tech chasing character, maybe not the best, especially against a fast character like Chrom, sorry. And yeah, you really don't want to sit on that ledge too long. That Chrom jab does hit below the ledge. Spacing is tight, but Lancelot now back in the lead. Eedwarddi was just in lead a moment ago. But one good ledge trap will do it. And ledge trap situation once again. Eedwarddi getting a weird sort of tech. He really wouldn't want to get that. Takes 10% for it. And early up B. Once again, and yeah, that not going to be it just yet. Eedwarddi did get a jump back, but they're looking really good for Lancelot here. The second set, well, it might seem like very similar to the first set. Lancelot has really been getting these the spacing on the up B when coming back to the stage a lot better this time. As soon as I say that, he does get countered, but Eedwarddi did go off stage this time. You can't exactly space that one. Yeah, this set, Lancelot has really been getting those up B spacings a lot. And much less sort of edge guards for Eedwarddi. And he's also been a lot more on point with his ledge traps, so overall good stuff for Lancelot in the second set, but it's not over just yet. Still even stocks here right at the end. Yeah, if you are jumping there as a Chrom, you're not really throwing out moves, you can actually react to rolls from the ledge there. Eedwarddi going for a little bit of a panic roll there, and that is going to be the set. Lancelot is going to be your Arkade Invitational.